it now. Hey, Allah, we do it now. Step forward, I move forward. I step forward. Everybody, it's time to get up and start moving. Leaving all your problems behind it.
Our objective of being at CARIFESTA is we've taken up a contingent, but from my perspective is to observe what was happening. Not just from a St. Lucian perspective, but looking at the other contingents and what they were bringing to the table. Looking at the measures, standards, the level of standards that were in dance, in theater, in folk tradition, in fashion, in craft, all of the areas. Just observing what the other countries had brought to the table and recognizing some of the work that we perhaps may need to put in to develop the St. Lucian product.
The Highland Folk Dancers, we are elated to be here as we are doing then and now of the tradition of St. Lucia. And we are bringing the traditional dance to CARIFESTA 15.
It's really an amalgamation of what I call a sort of scenic collage of different things and bringing that together into a presentation that speaks about the beauty of St. Lucia, our island, our culture and our people. We will see the folk band, folk ambassadors doing that sort of element of that, the same rhythm, the same traditional music, where they have added other things to it. And of course, Augustin Jab du Plessis, one of St. Lucia's finest jazz musicians, doing that contemporary St. Lucian music where he has sort of iconized polka for Sesen.
Isabelle, sa jolie Sainte Marguerite, oui et pour nous.
Our contingent of 52 students from St. Lucia are there, with Mr. Charlotte Jonathan, Kentilia Louise there as well. These students, in a youthful way, experience the culture through their eyes, through all the genres, whether it be visual, literary, dance, theater. So you see the youth and you see how they feel about culture, their perspective, their energy. And I'm very appreciative that we're able to send that contingent to experience CARIFESTA at the scale it is, so that they understand and appreciate, not only within their own space, but to then socialize with other members of the Caribbean who share the same stories as they do.
The Prime Minister of Barbados extending this invitation is something that should really be welcomed. Since its inception, the Youth Village's inception in 2008, I believe in Guyana, it's really become a featured part of the CARIFESTA. So seeing it continue and continue to take shape and evolve into what it is now has really been, a great journey for us as young people in the region.
But we were able to get students from all around the country. We have students from Soufrière to Choiseul to Micoud, Vieux-Fort, Castries, all over. And these students came together, most of them meeting for the first time, and they have represented us very well.
This is the beautiful, this is the beautiful.
I I must say I feel very happy, I feel very happy because I have never gotten this experience to come and interact with different cultures and come and showcase talent that you didn't even know you have. But like when I arrived here, I didn't even know I was performing. But then my teacher asked, "Even do you want to perform?" And I said yes, because I was like, I came right from St. Lucia and I come to Barbados to experience CARIFESTA 15. So I said, most definitely I will perform so that I can represent my country.
Part of the dance team, we are doing a production called Dust in the Wind, and also featuring the traditional masquerade and some of the African ethnic dancers. And everywhere that the contingent would need the support of the dancers, whether it's to back up our artists like Teddy St. Jordan Country Night, we're here to facilitate the movement and represent dance on the contingent. Because we are a diverse young group of dancers who not just do contemporary dance and Caribbean dance and folk. I think that's what it is of our diversity, and then we can fit into the many genres and give good representation.
The very idea of CARIFESTA ties very much with my own personal feeling of the importance of Caribbean unity. I've always seen, while I'm fiercely proud of my St. Lucian heritage, I think I understand that my St. Lucian heritage is a part of a wider Caribbean heritage, and I've spent the last few years of my life really, in terms of my collaborations and interaction, trying to discover my region, the 42 million people who live in my region. You know. Mokojumbi, the closing piece. So this is very much, again, it's really my childhood recollections of Carnival. Sort of the classic Carnival, if you know what I mean. So when I was a young boy, the whole idea of that is to try to capture that in some sort of music as well. The Mokojumbi is a feature all over the Caribbean, right?
In terms of our participation, I first want to also thank the government of St. Lucia for supporting this initiative, because at the end of the day, it took a lot of resources. We had a big contingent. The delegation was almost in the range of 50 to 60 individuals. And so the government, understanding the importance of our cultural presence at CARIFESTA, made the investment. So I want to thank the Honorable Prime Minister. I also want to thank the Minister of Culture. They've been extremely supportive. Creative Industries, CDF, for putting in the effort, because without that, management and administration and the injection of resources, it wouldn't be possible. Also, I want to thank the artists, because they are the custodians of the art form. We can invest, but they're the ones who give that unique perspective and amplify the way that we express ourselves through art and culture. And so we want to thank them as well. And we're looking forward to the next CARIFESTA, where we obviously plan to do better and bigger and again represent St. Lucia in the way that we always do, big, bold and vibrant.